Live look at the Flats in Atlanta, Georgia, Bobby Dodd Stadium. It's the Colorado Buffaloes and the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you think about the history of college football, you have got to think about Bobby Dodd Stadium. It is the oldest stadium in FBS history, built in 1913. On the campus of Georgia Tech, this place has seen a lot of great college football through the years. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Finds his big tight end.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
And the Buffaloes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Here's Lewis to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Young. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this.
Here's a little room there. Got enough for the first. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. On the ground, it's Young. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Lewis. Here's the pressure. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Lewis to throw. Trying to set up the screen. Picked up 8 yards there, 3rd down and 2.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down.
3rd and 2, trying to be physical, trying to win the battle up front. Almost there, Palmer, just short, 4th and inches.
Yeah, and he was so disappointed he didn't pick up that first. He's looking over to the sidelines right now, asking for the ball again here on 4th.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And it's no good. He missed it. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
And this place was going crazy before the...
Could be an alley. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop. But you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Allen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. The sure hands, it's Addison. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Pocket breaking down. And it's a sack.
Great job in coverage by the defense. He just had nowhere to go with the ball.
After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. 2nd and long working here. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Hosley. And he'll be smacked to the ground. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
It'll be 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first drive.
The Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but turning it on! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Running inside, it's Welch. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Run game is good, balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more, but sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Throwing, Lewis. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Lewis wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Here's Lewis to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
The option, he'll keep it. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Colorado!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So an 82-yard drive there. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good 2nd down situations.
And the Yellow Jackets with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air, it's Mendoza. Got a big paw up there and knocks it down incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
The Yellow Jackets with the 1st and 10. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. It's complete to the left. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Hosley. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Yellow Jackets are flying down the field. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Across the 35. They get him corralled, but not before. They had their eyes going everywhere trying to keep up with this option attack. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Now on the move. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
They'll run the option. Quarterback keep. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Pulls it on the option. Brings into the open. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
Puts it out of the air. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
You can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Play fake, Lewis. Caught. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Buffaloes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. On the run, it's Young. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They go right back to him. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
And this D's going to have to find some answers, guys. I mean, you've seen him. This offense has moved the ball down the field, done what they want. Now 1st and goal situation. Who cares about the yards? Like, step up right here, try to force them into a 4th down, try to make them kick a field goal.
And the Buffaloes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Goes to the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. And the fumble goes out of bounds, and they'll lose a few on that play.
Lucky you are correct. That's one of those things when the ball pops out, it literally looks like it's a GIF or it's in slow motion, and the ball takes 13 seconds to hit the ground and get out of bounds. The offense was counting every second. Thank goodness got the big break, and now still has the chance to go take the lead in this ball game.
Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down, and now the offense is in an interesting situation.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Splits the uprights. Good. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. They're working that left side. There he goes. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. The short hands, it's made. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. The Yellow Jackets in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pulls it on the option. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the 1st down marker is.
Here, and the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Touchdown, Buffs! And they turn it into a defensive score.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made the extra point without problem. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did.
Number 46, set to kick off.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Working that left side now. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receivers somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Under fire. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit, but they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown.
There's a crease. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Finds his man, it's Harris. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
I know everyone's yelling like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. A run for the quarterback. Got enough for the first. Inside the 25. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Ready to try the point after.
On for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he punctuated that drive by ripping off a 38-yard run for 6. He'll bring it out. It's Perry. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Play action with Lewis. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Lewis. Looking for a big gain. Makes the grab on the big throw. Lots of room to run. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. That'll be their first.
Timeout, Georgia Tech.
And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. They'll go with a direct snap. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Georgia Tech spins its second timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Keeps it himself. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's third and goal.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half, but you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Number 46, set to kick it off.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Under fire. He's on the move. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Buffaloes will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Dropping back, it's Mendoza. got it in the middle. It's Addison. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Makes the grab on the left. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
And a lot of times in football, man, the short memory, we usually talk about the quarterback, but sometimes it's the running back who puts it on the deck. Sometimes it's your playmaker out wide who puts the ball on the deck, but that doesn't mean you abandon him. You come back to him, let him make plays. Nice job making the catch, and I still expect him to be a big part of this football game. And that would be the definition of first down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the Yellow Jackets come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They're looking to throw on second and short. He's got him. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
The Yellow Jackets have this offense rolling. The keeper on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Following the play, there is a Yellow Jacket who is shaken up. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Setting up the screen. Turning it on. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Unloads quickly. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. Wide receiver comes in motion. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line.
On the play. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try it again from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the 3rd quarter, they'll try to answer here. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Let's see what they've got on second down. Throwing, Lewis. Trying to escape and get it himself. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Now on first down from the 30. Lewis to throw. Set up the screen for Williams. And the defense drags him down.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
And guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. It's complete to the left. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Buffaloes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They're going to ride this running back. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Using his legs, it's Welsh. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you get a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
3rd down from the gun, Lewis. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
And the Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. The accuracy is perfect, the loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Back to throw, it's Mendoza. Right on target this time. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Love the route there by the tight end in man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on first down. And the timing just a hair off.
Is incomplete. It's second down.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They just keep firing. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Another incompletion on third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And the Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Gets it to him on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
The Buffaloes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The run inside. It's Welch. Got a little grass. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here's Lewis to throw. Heaves it deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And it's not a surprise who they're throwing the ball down the field to. I mean, he's already had a great day. They're going to feature him because he makes plays over and over again, and then trying to take another shot to him down the field. If I'm the defense, man, I'm focusing on that guy. He's made too many big plays today.
He'll try to get to the marker himself. Breaks into the open. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
Gain of 9.
And 3rd and long as a defensive lineman, man, I'm thinking fly up the field, get to the quarterback. They sneak in the option. The defense not ready. He didn't even have to pitch it. He just kept it himself and gets the 3rd and long situation.
And the Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. Lewis wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Atkins. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Looking for space. It's Young. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Guys, Colorado has the lead here. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. He'll do it himself. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Man, 3rd and long, and this defense is thinking pass, pass, pass. Offense, nice job. They sneak a run in there, kind of catch them off guard. Quarterback keeps the football, gets some yardage, and now makes this 4th down more manageable.
And the Buffaloes will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Now on the option. He'll toss it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
The Buffaloes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Run in the red zone, it's Welsh. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Bounces it outside. It's Welch. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it.
Number 46, set to kick off.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Georgia Tech's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. Giving up that last touchdown was an absolute killer. Now it's a 2-possession game. They must get something here. Running inside. It's Hosley. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
Picks up. Brings up 2nd down.
Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll move the wide receiver. Scanning the field, it's Mendoza. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And I think the quarterback throwing that pass off his back foot is what led to that incompletion. Just not as accurate as he would have liked to have been.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Allen.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And the Yellow Jackets can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Keeps it on the option. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Caught close to the marker, it's made. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hosley. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
On the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Mendoza. Rushes on him. Pass is broken up. It's incomplete, but there is a flag on the play.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Here comes the option. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is the senior running back who's slow to get up. Holly will keep an eye on things on the sideline for us. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Gets the back moving. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's good! And they're back within a score here in the 4th.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Number 33, set to kick this one.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
So now it's 2nd and long. Lewis. That's reeled in. It's Atkins. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun on third down, Lewis. What a grab with one hand.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today, and we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read, because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield and gets some positive yards.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. The run inside. It's Young. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Great job on first down. Great job on second down. This defense needs to come up big one more time. They got to get the stop. Big-time moment. I got to get my offense the football back.
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun on third down, Lewis. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And the Buffaloes will punt this one away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Off-play action on first down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain.
Man, this is really good complementary football so far. Like, you're down in the fourth quarter. Your defense has to get a stop. They get it, and I love the first play. We continue the momentum. Nice play on first down. Got to put this drive together. Got to get some points.
Wants to throw. It's Mendoza. Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, defense wasn't fooled on that pass play. Great job by the defender knocking it away.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to keep it in the air. Takes a shot as he lets it go. He's got it right down the field. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Man, what a throw. Under duress, getting hit as you throw. And he's been sacked several times today. I love how he continues to hang in the pocket and make plays for this offense.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Looking for room, it's Hosley. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Addison. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? Here comes the heat. Working that left side. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. This dude is putting in work out of the slot, and he is just wearing out this defense.
Man, you see it, Reese, in football. These slot guys are so quick, so athletic. You back them up off the football so you can't get hands on them, and you just find ways to continue to get him the football. He's making plays, so I'm going to continue to throw it his way.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
You know, this happens sometimes in football. You forget which direction you're going, and you got to be reminded. You were going the wrong direction. Come on, man. We got to catch that thing. We got to get north-south and go make a play, get closer to the end zone, not start dancing and going the wrong way.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Oh, they're after him. They're working that left side. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to the end zone on third and goal. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
And now with that play, for this offense, it's got to have it time. I'm going for it on fourth down. Obviously, a field goal does nothing, but I got 3 timeouts, and that is a good thing. Because I have those in my pocket, I can attack.
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Lewis on the play action. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off, and man, could they have used that. It'll be second down.
Man, is that the opportunity they needed? That is exactly what this defense needed. They need to swing momentum. They needed to get the ball back to their offense if they wanted to win this football game. Just such a huge missed opportunity.
Throwing, Lewis fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. Just weren't able to come down with that one.
Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. On the gun on third down, Lewis. A little release to the back. Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. That'll be their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. The Buffaloes will call on their punt team. Now, if you're really worried about the block, I guess you could think about taking the safety here in the free kick. Wants to bring it back. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick release by the QB. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Georgia Tech spends its second timeout. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. They've got the screen set up. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working, though. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Wants to throw it again. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Georgia Tech!
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
They just need the extra point to deadlock this game. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a huge score and extra point there to get it tied in the final minute.
Set to advance on the football.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Looking for room, it's Young. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, did you see the D tackle just slice through the offensive line? That's how you get penetration. That's how you dial up and tackle for runs.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Lewis to throw. Pressure coming. Looking deep down the right side. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, baby.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And you see them consistently sticking with the run, staying balanced. As you get closer to the goal line, you're thinking the field starts to shrink now. Do I have a jump ball wide receiver out wide I can throw the football to? How am I going to find that extra space and take care of the football while doing it?
He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
Of 10.
All right, now when I'm in OT and I start to get in this territory, I got to be thinking touchdown. Like, what are my plays that I can go to now? I ran the football. I showed a little bit of conservativeness. Now I got to take advantage of a shot out wide. What's my best go-to play in this situation?
Lewis makes the catch, and he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Lewis to throw. Touchdown, Colorado! They jump on top here in OT.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
Now to push the lead to 7 in overtime. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes this Colorado
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. That is the senior tight end who's shaken up. We'll have Holly Rowe check on him. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
And you gotta love the creativity with the tight ends nowadays. They can do so many different things. Does a good job. He slips behind the defense. Defense doesn't know where he went. And what does he do? He gets in for 6.
This is like that 2-foot putt. They still need to make it to force another overtime. And he added the extra point. One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. Looking downfield, it's Mendoza. Here's the pressure. On target over the middle. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
He'll pull it on the read. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let him get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll try to pound their way in. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Second overtime, and they'll have to go for 2. From the gun. Pocket breaking down. They got it. Executed beautifully, and the lead is 8 in double OT. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Throwing, Lewis. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Lewis wants to pass. Under fire. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. This time it's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Third down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end zone. Lewis from the gun on third down. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
One more stop by this defense wins it. Fourth and long in overtime. It's Lewis again. fires to the right. And they pick it off. You can't give it away in overtime. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.